Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unleashing the World of Music and Poetry. My name is Tammy Bowers, but of course, everybody calls me Goldie, and I am so happy that you are joining us today for this amazing interview with Jessee Gardiner. Jessee is from Alberta, Canada, and you're going to get to hear one of his amazing songs that he wrote called Wish You Were Here. Jessee is a new artist. He has been singing, of course, and playing his entire life, but over the past 4 to 5 years, he's decided to take this journey, and we are here to support him. So let's get us started with this interview. Here is Jessee Gardiner.
Appreciate it, and I'm happy to be on your show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. So let's talk about you, of course, because that's why we're here. Um, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about you? Who is Jessee?
Oh, Jesse is outdoorsy, fun-loving, pretty laid-back kind of guy, and just jumped into this head first. No idea what I was doing about 4 or 5 years ago now, and I just flew up to Texas from Canada and auditioned for The Voice, and didn't make it, but I started writing songs, and the song that you actually heard there and I released, that's the first song I've ever attempted to write, just winging it. So all these songs that I'm currently writing, I have quite a few written up now. In the meantime of my last release, they no, you just wait. There's some good ones in there now.
That is so exciting. You know, you've discovered your love for and your passion for music, and you're going for it. And that's what I love about this industry. And I love meeting people that, they said, I'm going to do it. And you're doing it. You are writing songs. You're in the studio now. You've got this amazing, amazing new single that I absolutely love that we're going to play on the show today, which I'm so happy about. Because I want everyone to hear, your style and just your passion that comes through your voice. So let's talk about this week and being in the studio. How was that?
Oh, it was super exciting. I went into studio in Calgary, and actually they just recently won the CCMA Studio of the Year, and they are great guys in there, and they just made me feel comfortable. You know, a newer artist going to a big studio like that, you obviously have some anxiety, and you're scared going in there, but they were awesome, and made me feel like I was at home.
That's wonderful. So how many songs did you get to record this week?
Well, for financial purposes, it was one.
Oh, well, that's good.
um,
Hey, sometimes it's, slow and steady, wins the race. And sometimes I think, doing one at a time, it's the quality factor, and your focus is on that one song and making it the best that you can make it, getting your voice out there. So I love this. I absolutely love this.
well, it's crazy to think like the singles that you hear on the radio and that you hear on Spotify, they've gone through so many different changes and so many different rewrites and different versions before they even hit the radio and before they even hit Spotify. This song that I'm working on in the studio now is this is probably the third, well, the second professional recording of it, but I've changed it so many times for lyrics, for flow, for just to try and get my emotions through in my song the way I want the listeners to hear them.
Right, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you do take the time to do that because you can tell the quality of the music and of the song and your artistry. I can't say that word. My apologies.
Too early in the morning.
Too early in the morning, yes. But and I understand. I understand. I write too, and I've wrote a song, and I'm sure you've done this, and had everything, and I thought, gosh, this is so good. This is going to be great. And then you sit down at the piano, or you sit down with your guitar, and you're like, oh, this is not going to work. So you just start changing things. And then it's constantly on your mind. Do you go through this? It's constantly on your mind. Okay, should I change that word? Or should I rephrase this sentence? Or should I redo the chorus? Or should I redo the bridge? And it's always on your mind. And until you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm happy. I can put this song down, and of course you play it for everybody around you, your family, and they're going to tell you, oh, it's great, So, which is wonderful because you have a great support system. You've got a big family, so and so I'm sure that they're involved in your music as well, and your singing and your passion, and know your vision of where you want to go. So that's always a fantastic thing. And but going back to the song, I've got songs in there that I written 10, 15 years ago that I still don't think's ready. And I'm sure you probably got a couple of those too lying around somewhere.
That's for sure. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that artists makes is getting too hurt by maybe you get a review that isn't quite what you were hoping for, or it kind of hurts when someone says something negatively about, like, it's almost your baby at that point, those songs. But I think the constructive criticism in your music is more helpful than sunshine and lollipops, to be honest, because you want that song to be perfect, and you want people to connect to it on a different level. And so I think that those constructive criticisms are almost more important than someone just saying they love your song.
Right, and I appreciate that you see that. That is a true musician, a true artist and songwriter right there, because you want the audience to relate to your songs. You want the audience to be drawn in to the music. So I appreciate the way that you do write songs, and the way that you do make sure that they're perfect for your audience. So thank you for that.
And obviously not everyone's going to like your music.
Oh,
but
no.
The people that do, they are really going to love your music, and they're going to be able to connect above and beyond what you ever expected.
Right. They will. The word is appreciate. They will appreciate your music. They will. So so you have a big family. So let's get to know a little bit more about you and your family. So let's talk about, you've got boys. So let's hear about your little boys.
Well, my family is basically my inspiration for all of my songs and all of what I do in the day-to-day life. We have Tiffany, my girlfriend, soon to be wife down the road, but and then I have 3 awesome boys, Bobby, Wesley, and Alvy. But yeah, they inspire me pretty much for all of my songs, my day to day. I hear music everywhere. I hear song ideas everywhere, and I work 84 hours a week on drilling rig, and then that's 7 days a week, and I've been working for 9 months straight now, and the in between time is where I get to focus on that music. Or even when I'm at work, I hear music everywhere, even when I'm at work. There's song ideas everywhere.
And I understand that. I mean, the people close to you is what you know, and that's what you write. And I get it. I've been at work too, and writing and writing a song during lunch or breaks, or something will happen, and you'll get this, or sometimes you'll get this tune in your head. You're like, oh, that's good, and then you're thinking, or you're thinking, okay, I've got to put this to words, or I've got before I forget.
Yeah.
I've got to write this down now. So I've been there and done that before, and just took a quick break and wrote down some words. I was driving to we were driving back from vacation one time, and I was actually just we were listening to a couple, CDs, and I thought, oh, that's a good line on one of the songs that we were listening to at the moment. And then all of a sudden these ideas just started coming. And I told my husband, I said, look, I need you to write for me now. I was driving, and he said, huh? And I said, I've got some words that's coming. And so he just took a pen and just started writing on a napkin that we had that was sitting in the console, and just started writing down words. And I still got that napkin. And then there came the song. By the time I was done home from the trip, there was the song. So you never know where or when you're going to have that inspiration to
Yeah,
write.
it's like you get lost in the music, and you can't focus on anything else but what is coming out of your brain, and you're trying to write it down or collect that before you forget it again.
Right. So let's talk about your song that you recorded this week in the studio. So
Mhm.
let's talk about that, and tell us a little bit about what that song entails, and your vision for that.
Well, the one I recorded in studio, it's not quite released yet. It's called Never That Far Apart. And I co-wrote it with Aaron Allen out of Ontario. He's a great guy, great writer, and I think this was actually our first co-write together. This one, but it was just kind of it started out as a faded phoenix tattoo idea, and just how tattoos have such a deep meaning to them, because most people, when they get a tattoo, they don't want to just get random things tattooed on them. They want something that means something deeply to them, and that's where Never That Far Apart kind of built around that idea. Is because I have a tattoo on my arm from my grandpa, and one of my ribs, and one, oh sorry, the one on my shoulders, a phoenix, and my first son Bobby was named after my grandpa, and so like the phoenix is rising from the ashes, and that was kind of the rebirth of my grandpa and my grandpa's name. And it's just those tattoos kind of connect us with those special people in our lives. So like that tattoo makes it so we're never that far apart.
Wow, that is. I'm sitting here. I'm like, you are so tuned in, and so to what um, of course, what your vision is. But you're right. You're right. They do tell stories, and I've seen some beautiful.
I feel like
Ta-
my body is sort of a storyboard.
Yeah, no, really, and a lot of people do that. They'll have a tattoo in remembrance of their mother or their father, or maybe a tattoo of an experience or a best friend, or maybe something that they're passionate about, maybe music. I've seen so many tattoos out there, and there's so many great tattoo artists as well, that can really bring your vision to life. And you're right, you are a walking storyboard. That is a beautiful way to say it. Wow, that's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about the song that we're going to play today. When did you write it?
What You Mean to Me?
Yes, What You Mean to Me.
What You Mean to Me? That was written probably, let's say, 5 years ago now. It was released 4 years ago, and yeah, 4 years ago. Um, I was away at work up north, and I had to see my family for probably about 10 weeks straight. I was up in the derrick. I don't know if too many of the viewers know about like how oil rigs work and stuff like that, but I was up in the very top of the derrick, about 30 feet off the ground, and I was just missing my family. And up there, you get time to just really think, and you get lost in your own mind, and all those emotions that of missing my family kind of just came out into a melody of, and I started humming a tune, and all of a sudden that tune turned into some lyrics, and that's it was just working away from home and missing your family, and I know I was doing it to give them a better life, even though it was ridiculously hard on me and hard on my mind. I just kept in the back of my mind that you're doing this for them, so that they can have a better life, so that they can be comfortable.
That is
And
so
that's where
sweet. Yeah, that's so
what you
sweet.
mean to me kind of, it's those sacrifices that a lot of people in a lot of different industries do when they're working away from home, or it's very relatable song. It's quite vague, like there's not specific details, so that the listeners can put themselves within that story.
Mhm. And that's what drew me to it, because I've been there. I've worked 12 hours days many times, and but you do what you have to do to take care of your family. You do what needs to be done. And I guess that's why it drew me in, because I could relate. In today's world, we're all overworked. We really are. And it's such a relatable song to many, many, many people across the world. And I can't wait to play it. I'm very excited about it, and I want the listeners to hear that, to hear the sincerity of the song and how they can relate to it as well. So this
Yeah,
week,
you bet.
while you're in the studio, let's talk about some of the people that helped on your album. Didn't you have someone particularly special to help you out on keys?
There was someone very special, actually. Yes. Luke Combs, piano player. Well, he plays with Luke Combs on quite a few of his tracks. Will Hutchins. He did an amazing job on his keys, and it was the coolest thing, me being such a new person in the industry, that he would even consider tracking for me. And it's cool, the day and age we live in now, that he lives in the US and I live in Canada, and we connected still, and we were able to work together and collaborate on this song.
That is amazing that he would take time out of his extremely busy schedule to help you. That just says a lot about him. And we've got a lot of artists and musicians that will that see the need, and they do help out, for people like you that are just beginning, or for people that have been in the industry for a while and just need help. That's one thing I love about Nashville, and I love about country music, and any genre of music, that I've discovered that
Hmm.
everyone's willing to help everybody, because we know how hard it is to make it. We know that the industry has changed and has evolved, and the difficulty and getting noticed and getting released. So
Yeah,
that
and
was so nice of him.
Will is just an amazing guy too, and like super easy to talk to. And it's 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 like my father-in-law always says, just ask. And it was surprising to me that I reached out and I just asked, and lo and behold, he was willing to play some piano for me on my next track. It was amazing. Like it totally blew me away. It was awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. So Will Halchins, you are awesome.
He
You
is
are.
awesome.
We'll give him a shout out, because that is amazing. That is so good. That is so good. That just says a lot about who he is and his character. And he's an amazing piano player. So if the viewers have not
Oh,
heard him,
amazing.
oh my goodness, he can just wear that thing out. I have heard so many songs and listened to the keys, because I'm a piano player. I've been playing since I was 12. So that's besides singing, that's one of the first things that I pick up on, because that's the instrument that I play. And so he's phenomenal. And for him to take time
He
right now, especially the holidays, to do this, Wow.
Mhm.
That says a lot about him.
He had the track back to me within an hour of me requesting it in super fast time. And when I very first listened to it, it was like you can feel the emotion in just the piano track alone. And I cannot wait until I add everything together and all the emotions of all the instruments conglomerate into this song. It's going to be really cool.
Well, that is just awesome. I keep saying that, but it is. I mean, you're really developing your own skills, and you're really coming to your own since you've started on this journey. So congratulations on that. So
Hashtag winging it.
Winging it. Don't we all though? Don't we all just wing it? We have to sometimes in life. We have to just wing it. But so what does your future look like? Where do you want to go from here?
Well, I would love to be able to do music and music only and spend all the time I can with my family and just keep recording and writing songs because I I now know that I love writing songs. It's the conglomeration of ideas of two different people. Like you can meet a person for the first time in a day and you just can connect on a different level with a song idea. And it turns into something amazing.
Right. Well, I want to say thank you for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure to get to know you and to hear your music. It's been phenomenal. I love your song, and I cannot wait. And I've said this already several times for everyone to hear it. But good luck to you. Good luck to you and your family. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And a wonderful new year coming up. And that next song that comes out, make sure that you send it to me so I can showcase it on the show because I want everyone to hear it.
You got the little sneak peek of the demo, so
yeah, that's what yeah.
Don't tell no one.
I won't. I won't.
I really appreciate you reaching out and letting me on the show.
You're welcome, Jesse. You're welcome. You have a wonderful day, and thank you again.
You too.
It's just one more day till I have to go. I don't want to show how hard it is. My very last year before I leave. As I pack my truck, I know I'll miss your smile, your laugh, your eyes. I'm gonna miss these things, your kiss, your touch, your love. But when I get home, I'll show you what you mean to me. I'll give you all my time that you deserve. I wanna give you a life that I never had. I just can't show how hard this is for me. For me. Try to hide the pain that we feel, but we don't even have a chance, 'cause we've been here so many times before. As I pack my truck, I know I'll miss your smile, your laugh, your eyes. I'm gonna miss these things, your kiss, your touch, your love. But when I get home, I'll show you what you mean to me. I'll give you all my time that you deserve. I wanna give you a life that I never had. I just can't show how hard this is for me. time that you deserve. But when I get home, I'll show you what you mean to me. I'll give you all my time that you deserve. I wanna give you a life that I never had. I just can't show how hard this is. I just can't show how hard this is for me. For me.
Thank you all for joining me as always. I appreciate all your continued love and support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so you can be notified each and every week when I upload a new show. We have something for everyone. We have interviews, we have music and movie day, and we have tour date shows as well. And as always, smile, stay positive, stay true, and always, always be you. And stay safe. Good night, everyone, and happy holidays.
It's just one more day till I have to go. I don't want to show how hard it is. My very last year before I leave. As I pack my truck, I know I'll miss your smile, your laugh, your eyes. I'm gonna miss these things, your kiss, your touch.